Well, these in terms of whisper numbers, the street thought it would be about 365K. So it's about 20,000 ahead of where the street thought. So even though in theory it's just in line with quote unquote consensus, this is much better than I think the street was fearing.
It's trading at November 2021 levels. It's at the long range bound. You've been an optimist. What will drive this dog higher?
Yeah. Look, I think it all comes down to autonomous. I mean, it's my view when it comes to physical AI, Tesla and NVIDIA are the two best physical AI plays out there. Look, in deliveries, clearly, and some of the Musk, Trump stuff, which has been a major overhang on Tesla. But I think we're now going into what I view as going to be a golden age for Tesla. And we think it's $1 trillion incremental valuation just in autonomous alone.
Talk to us about that business. Talk to us about the autonomous play first. Where are we now with Tesla, and kind of what's the timeline that you're looking for?
Yeah, so look, in Austin, our team was there, and we saw the robotaxis front and center. The goal is that in a year from now, 20 to 25 cities is where you'll have these. Now, they could be geofenced in different cities in terms of areas, but going forward, that's one where I believe 20-25% of ride sharing over the next few years is going to be autonomous. Really? I mean, that's the vision, right? And again, I think it's one where Waymo has had the first mover advantage, but still 5 cities and cars that are 8x more than Teslas. So scale and scope, I believe they're going to own the autonomous market in the U.S.
I'm with Aaron Pressman in the Boston Globe. Folks, all you got to know, if you've never experienced this, rotaries are a unique New England thing, sort of like Narragansett lager beer. How is a Waymo going to handle the Fresh Pond Rotary in Boston?
Look, that's
the rotary at the Cape at the Bourne Bridge.
Look, and that's going to be, when you think about like where you're going to see these over the next 3 to 4 years, you won't necessarily see them in small towns, in Cape Cod. It's going to be really more city-based, where you're going to ultimately see, I believe, cyber cabs and at one point Waymos.
Are you at proof of concept now? Like, can you say this works?
I mean,
or is there still evidence to go?
I mean, our team was in Austin. We saw it front and center, and I believe they'll expand the geofence area. There's going to be some speed bumps, but I believe the path to level 4 autonomous is here.
What's level 4?
Well, it's essentially no steering wheel. In other words, like you get in, Keen gets into a fancy cyber cab, gets into the back, and then that's it.
Wow. Okay, so talk to us about Elon Musk. He's presumably back at the company. What can you tell us about Elon Musk and Tesla and his commitment? What do we know?
Look, I do believe he is a recommitted CEO. And because he also understands that the future when it comes to AI is ultimately right now ahead of them.